Hello there, everybody. I'm just sharing out now. If you are catching the replay, please make sure you go to the comments immediately and look at the pinned comment. But I will be starting the live show shortly. I'm just sharing out. So say hello. Let me know that you're here. We'll get started soon.
Vibration upgrade in progress. 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 Vibration upgrade at 50%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade at 75%. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade in progress. Vibration upgrade is complete. Your messenger has arrived. The show will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initiate.
Well, how is everybody doing this evening? How are you guys doing? I am Tanya Lee of Harmonia, and we are here for another edition here of All Signs. And tonight we are dedicated here to, well, my singles. So if you are single, these readings may be for you. You're going to want to make sure you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And if you are looking for a particular person and their sign, you're going to have to probably flip the narrative. So please keep that in mind. And keep in mind, too, that when I say single, it means you're not with somebody currently. Okay. I can't tell you how many people come in here and they go, that's not, what this person is. Are you with them? This is singles. This is for singles. So yes, if you are in a gray area, yes, people sometimes do come back, but it also could be new love too. So we're just going to have to be open to it. So don't force anything to fit. Please don't do that. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And we're going to get started here. All right. Who do we got here? We got Ellen. Hello. Sumair. Welcome back. Welcome back, Nafa. Hello, Lisa. Thanks, guys, for all popping on. We got quite a few people on YouTube. And don't forget, I'm also live on Facebook and Twitch as well. So don't be shy. Say hello. My moderators aren't here yet, but they'll be coming. They usually come a little bit in between. But we're going to start off with the birthday sign. And happy birthday out there to my gems. You guys are first. Gemini is up first. Also want to remind you, Gemini, you guys had your bonus reading that was live and unfolded yesterday. So if you missed it on YouTube, make sure, and for Twitch and Facebook, they do have it on the playback too. But make sure you guys watch that. I'll post it again, but not a lot of you saw that it was actually unfolded live yesterday. So make sure you check it out. Sometimes you guys don't get notifications for those. I get it. Welcome back, Shirley. So we do have a goal tonight. New rules, new things. There's only a collective bonus here if we hit the target. Okay, because there's a lot of readings here tonight. So if we hit the collective target here of 5 donations tonight, there will be an extra bonus. So that's on YouTube. All you got to do is hit the target. Nafa already started it. It was like, bang, we're starting it, Tanya. We're doing it. We are now 4 away. Nafa was quick on that. All right, let's call in our guides, our ancestors, and our ascendant masters. Spirit, if we can hone into my collective, whether they're here watching the live or the replay, specifically our gems. What's going on in love for Gemini for the month of June? Here we go. Gemini, it's time to celebrate. Today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter the most. I feel for you, Gemini. We're going to see, but I feel like doesn't necessarily mean new love is coming in the way here, but I just feel very much in my glow up period. So this is for Gemini who has really been on that self-love journey for quite some time, celebrating with friends, family. You're in a really good spot right now. So I do feel you're drawing some attention here. Okay. Let's see what kind of attention you're drawing. Shall we? Remember, no reversals on the initial story play. Who is this person that is coming towards Gemini? Oh boy, Gemini. Somebody here who's heartbroken, who's devastated. So you do have somebody here in the past who is stepping forward. Energetically right now, this individual is pretty devastated that they lost you. They just simply are, okay? This person here is going through it. They are. Their role in your life, Gemini, why this person is entering this experience here for you, 10 of Cups. Because you're home to this individual. And this is a person here who's heartbroken that they didn't stick to it. Because I feel for a lot of you, this was a connection where you thought it was going to be the long haul, that you two were going to be in it together, forever. I feel like marriage was up on the table here, but I do feel a lot of you were talking about if you didn't live with this individual, it feels like this was a long-term commitment, but there's a pause here, there's a break, and I feel like this break was needed between the two of you. And this individual here it's just going through the grief process as you are celebrating some happy things coming your way. What is their role here currently in your life? 9 of Cups. I'm not sure what happened between the two of you. And now some of you, you're going to have to check your other placements. But I do feel that there is a chance here for a reconciliation. But there's just something about the grief that was needed in this separation between the two of you that this person had to process. Right? Maybe they needed some time to think. Maybe something here happened where the two of you needed to part ways because you weren't ready or they didn't appreciate you in a way that they needed to. But this person here has this energy of I had it all and I lost it all. Okay. Reversals are now up and they will be affected by the first row. How they perceive you right now. Man. Leveling up, but also a spiritual lesson. They perceive you as wifey or hubby material. This person here sees you as their person. This is a energy of wanting marriage, family, togetherness, union. This person here doesn't really want to go another direction anymore. I just feel that they hurt you real bad. How they feel beneath the surface here, 2 of Swords. They wish that they made a decision earlier because I believe that the two of you did have a really strong connection. Things were going well, but this person prolonged the inevitable, which was either the next level. So whether this was marriage, whether this was children, this person kind of, I don't want to say they got lazy, but it was a lack of appreciation. It's like once they got in a comfort zone, that's when they did why do we have to rush? Or I'm not so sure. But they let fear they let fear override, and 100% they let fear override. And this person here is circling round about you. I do feel like they want to have a conversation with you. That 3 of Swords, that 2 of Swords, it's giving me the Ace of Swords. So this is a person here who's seeking clarity with you. Yeah, there's deep emotions here. What they believe that you brought to their life. I feel like the two of you have a past life connection, okay? Or if it's not a past life from a different timeline, there's a lot of history here. And everything was just always about evolving, and this person here stopped evolving or wanting to grow because there's this fear. I don't know, they almost have this Peter Pan syndrome where they wanted to take their time, have fun, and now they're realizing that the loss of you, 6, 7, 8 of Cups, the loss of you has been devastating to them. They don't like that you two are separated right now. They don't like that you're not in agreement right now. They don't. How this person comes back this month. Well, with the Page of Pentacles here reverse, it tells me that this individual knows that they cannot come off as a page. They know it, because if they do, they're just going to be causing themselves a broken heart. All right. So this individual, as much as they before may have been a future tripper or an opportunist, they're looking at this entirely different now. Their beliefs have changed. I do believe they are more on the same page as you, but they also feel like they got one shot at this here with you. And so they don't want to screw this up. How this is going to develop here. Yeah, look at this. The Ace of Wands here. It's not that they're going to rush on in. I do believe that this individual here wants to prove to you that they're not playing around, that they're not going to just say something to get back into the door. They know they've lost some trust here with you. And so this is something here where they want to have a deep discussion about it. Yeah. The 4 of Pentacles here is that this individual is in the midst of saving, but here's the thing. I think that if money is a situation here for this individual, I think that this person has been saving even for a rainy day. But I also feel like this person is very much a provider. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We had Taurus heavily here. But I feel like this person, it means all business. They don't want to show up empty-handed, but they also want to bring some stability here with you. Even if it's a deep friendship, this person here wants to celebrate you. Absolutely. All right. What's the final advice here for you, Gemini, with dealing with this individual? They are going to communicate. High Priestess, trust your intuition. You just got to trust your intuition. Some of you will have the door open for them. Others of you, this is the time here with that Virgo energy that you're going to need some soul searching. Some of you prefer to be on your own. You think it's too late. But this is basically the universe saying that you are now so aligned. There's a lot of blessings coming your way right now. But when it comes to love, this relationship or this reconciliation has allowed you to really be able to see how much love that you have given out to others to give back to yourself. So you may need some time here to reflect on it. It doesn't have to be something where you reactive and say, yes, I accept that. I feel like you two would have to get to know each other all over again in a new way. So just keep that in mind as well. All right, that's what I got here for you, Gemini. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. And like I said, check out your Gemini reading that I just posted on Tuesday. We're going to move on to Cancer. Cancer is up next. Hey, Debbie, welcome back. How you doing? Cancer is up. All right, no worries. Do what you got to do. I appreciate you listening, even while driving. Even while driving, that's commitment right there. Drive safe. All right, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh, it's getting warm out here in the UP. I am not used to the heat. I'm going to have to turn the fan on here. All right, don't forget, guys, we got a goal going on here. Nafa already started us off. We are 4 away from a collective bonus. What does that mean? Well, I will roll the dice here, and, well, this is all the Zodiac signs, and I'll roll it a couple of times. So if your sign comes back up, well, there may be an extra reading here for you. Hey, Papa. All good. I get it. Are you back home yet now? Are you still traveling? Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what love is coming your way for June for my singles. Falling fast. Love happens quickly, but don't lose yourself in the process. Well, hey, Sherry, welcome. So there's something here where I do feel there's going to be a connection. It's going to be one of those connections that I do feel you're going to fall fast for. Who is this individual? Who is this individual? Remember, no reversals. Who is this person? Oh, the Knight of Cups. This person's very romantic. I mean, very romantic. This would be one of those fantasy loving individuals. Okay. I think that they're very open. They're very vulnerable about their feelings and emotions. That's nice. But also there's a moon here. There's a moon here. So there's something about this individual is that, you may sense they're very intuitive, could be dealing with a water sign, just like yourself as well. But I feel like this individual, there's this energy of holding back just a little bit. Just a little bit. They seem a little bit mysterious. Yeah, we're doing single readings tonight. Their role in your life here is to bring some balance, right? I think this is one of those individuals, could be dealing with the Libra. I do feel like this person's kind of got a mysterious, sexy side to them. But this individual also, the role here is to make sure that you take an even keel. Okay. This also tells me a recalibration, balance is needed. So you may tend to fall very quickly for this individual where they may, be even keel. What makes this connection significant here for my Cancers? Oh my gosh, I told you they take their time. Knight of Pentacles here. This could actually be a really solid relationship for you, Cancer. But it's going to be a slow burner. And I feel like this individual is someone who, like I said, is very good listener, could come off as shy. Some of you work with this individual. This could be a work relationship. Others of you may be set up through a mutual friend, but you start off with a friendship and getting to know each other. And so this individual knows how to ask the right questions. And, if you start asking them, they'll be open to it, but they're not an individual here who would hand you information. They simply wouldn't. You'd have to pry a little bit with this person. Okay. How they perceive you initially. Reversals are now up. How do they perceive my Cancer initially? The Four of Wands here reverse. Well, very single. Very, very single. I do feel like this individual meets you through like-minded people. So either this is through community, through friends, some of you school, others of you, this could be, work related. Okay. You guys work in the same field, but how they perceive you is someone that doesn't get, like if you were in the group, you come off as a person here who also listens. You're not very much of an extrovert. You deeply feel as well. You're a Cancer sign, of course, but you do have mutual people around you, but you're very caring and sincere. And so this individual, the reason you catch their eye is they absolutely have this feeling of like, what makes Cancer tick? And this is just something here about how you kind of stay away from the big crowds. You're an individual here who may be a person when you're at a party, you're in the corner or hanging out with a dog. It just feels like that. And if this is work related or school related, it's like sitting at a lunch table, but you're sitting by yourself, or you're the quiet one at the table. So think of it that way. What they feel beneath the surface here with you. Well, this is interesting. You got the Magician. So all of the boxes here check off here with you, Cancer. I mean, they're not going to let you know that right off the bat here. I'm just giving you some kind of sneakiness here of what this individual has been manifesting. But here's the thing, interesting enough, what they've been manifesting here is a long-term relationship. That's what it feels like. And this long-term relationships, this person here is not in a rush. It's like, let's see where the possibility is. Is this my person? So I do feel like this person here is going to be the one who opens communication with you. Wants to get to know you, and it's like a friendship that starts first. It's a budding romance. Okay, it's not going to be extremely romantic, not quite yet, not just yet. Okay, but they are romantic. They, believe me, they are romantic. We have the lusty energy here of Capricorn, but this is the energy of what they believe you bring into their life. This person is going to be incredibly sexually attracted to you. I also feel, watch it, this person can get very possessive. They don't like to share. They don't like to share, Cancer. But you may find that this individual may get a little jelly, especially if other individuals jump into the conversation, or they want to have one-on-one time with Cancer. I think that this person, you're going to see this person have like kind of two sides to them. You may even take it off as, do they even like me, or are they being rude to me? No, they're just trying to get to know you and spend more time with you. But if other people get in the way and it calls them out that they don't want to basically state it yet, not just yet. All right. How is this person entering in June with you? 8 of Wands. I'm telling you, they are coming to you. Some of you, this person is not from your area, or they are new to whatever this community is, committee, work, school. This is an individual here who is also very well traveled. And they travel a lot, or they just enjoy traveling. They do. Okay. But I also feel there's going to be a lot of back. Once you guys exchange numbers, there's going to be a lot of back and forth between the two of you. How this develops here. Look, they're going to hold back a little bit. It's still going to hold back, but I do feel that this person will take any invite or be any place where they feel that you're going to be, just so they can get to know you a little bit more. And this person, they're not a deadbeat. This is a person who's very reserved. I think that they have been single for quite some time. Some of you, they've never even been in a long-term, not saying they haven't been a commitment, but I do feel like back in the day, they may have been a player, but this is an individual here who's changed their ways. Now they're an individual here who's a stickler of knowing what they want. And this is something here that they have been manifesting. And I do feel there's something here about traveling or coming towards you, or being in the right place at the right time when you meet. Let's see what the potential of this is. Page of Wands. Again, this is an individual who, as you get to know, you're going to start hanging outside of the community, having some alone time with this person. But I think this person is a person who likes to travel. So I think I see you guys going on vacations, doing that kind of stuff. But at first, it could just be fun dates. This is an individual here who would do weekend explorations. There's something about this person liking history or visiting certain places, but they like the off the beaten path, this individual. But this is a person here who would lead the way and not necessarily let you kind of figure out the plans. They would come up with plans. You would learn a lot with this individual. I feel this energy that this Cancer is, especially if you're a fantasy guy or gal, This is an individual here who is very much in the same motto. Final message here for you, Page of Pentacles. Start it slow. Start it slow, this relationship. All right. 9 of Pentacles. The other thing to keep in mind with the Page of Pentacles in that is that this individual may have some fears that you don't, or you're not really into them, or that they may have some worthy issues, something to consider with this person. Okay. So they may want to look like they have some money or have something aside to themselves. You seem very independent, Cancer. You seem very put together, but this is an individual here who says, what can I offer to you? So keep that in mind, that this relationship is going to bud, that I feel the next moment here for you, but it's not going to be one that is going to be quick. But I do feel you're going to fall fast with this person. All right, that's what I got here for you, Cancer. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more signs, or more readings, more signs, more readings over at Harmonia Friends Community. And we're going to move on to Leo. Leo is next. Leo is next. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. See what's going on for my Lions. My Leo singles. Guys, don't forget, we got a goal going on over at Harmonia YouTube. We are 4 targets away from unlocking the collective bonus. Hey, Special, welcome back. Hey, Nancy, welcome back. Nancy, I gotta message you. It's been quite some time. We need to chit chat. I know. Hey. All right, Leo, my lions and lionesses. Let's see what's going on for love for you, for singles. Surprise. Romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open to them. Be open to this. Okay. Who is this person? Who is this individual to Leo? The Magician. Well, this is a surprise, isn't it? This is a person here who has been, I feel like you already know this. I'm just going to call it, Leo, you already know this individual. You already know this individual, all right? I feel like they have been trying to manifest a reconciliation here with you. I feel that you have a surprise visitor coming here who wants to have open communication with you. I do feel like this individual is trying to figure out how to come back towards you. Start sleeping, actually. Nobody's over on, well, we got Sherry over on Twitch. There's a couple of people on Twitch. Their role here, 2 of Swords. Yeah, this is an individual here who was uncertain of what they wanted, where this connection could go. I don't feel like this person anticipated getting so. I don't think that, not saying that you weren't a good individual. I just feel this energy of that originally you were not this person's type. And so this person denied this connection entirely. They just denied it. So I do feel like this is for Leo, who was like kind of put into a situationship. This relationship never really took off, probably got friend zoned. All right. So this is for my Leo singles who got friend zoned really badly. You got an individual here who realizes that they were in denial. Their role here on your life here. This took a long time for this person to figure that out. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7. They kept this facade up for quite some time for Leo. I feel that, they're recovering here for loss of words because they didn't think that they would lose you. And so there's a part of them was hoping that you would come back or you would open the door here. But I just feel like this Leo got totally friend zoned by someone. How they perceive you now. Reversals are now up. King of Pentacles. Could be more focused on your well-being, your wealth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I feel like this is your money's looking good. You're looking good. But the opportunities you're looking are of stability and long-term commitment. And in your hands, possibly for some of you, if they're wondering, is Leo still single? Is Leo in a relationship already? Because they perceive you as someone who's very happy, who's very determined, and you're doing really, really well. Some of you are I just wanted to say teachers, counselors. There's just something about what you do. You're very nurturing. What they feel beneath the surface here, they need to say something. I told you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I feel like that's what the song that you were consistently asking for this individual. Talk to me. What's going on? But they did not want to admit that they had feelings here for you, that it went quite deeper than that. So this is an individual here who knows it's a long shot, who knows that they should have showed up earlier. They didn't. But there's that sword in the stone. They know that you this person knows that you deserve the truth. What they believe you bring into their life here. Look at that, the Two of Pentacles. You love this person at their worst. And even when they were back and forth between other relationships, other third-party scenarios here, or just being, quote, friends with you, this individual sees how much you were able to handle, which is ridiculous because you handled a lot. I can see you handled a lot. But this is a person here who wants to admit to you that, yes, you put way more into the relationship. You saw it. And they ignored it. They ignored it. How are they re-entering here for this month? The Hermit here reversed. So it may not necessarily happen all this month. I feel like this person goes back and forth a lot. They aren't with anybody. I think that this person here has got a very clear head of who they want, who they desire. But this also tells me that they have some insecurities when it comes to how to approach you. And some of you, it's hard to approach you because they don't know what you're in. You've been so away from this individual. They have no idea what the ins and outs are for you right now. If you're in a commitment, I don't think you post a lot. If they are following you or trying to snoop on you. But the Page of Pentacles is here. Look at this. See how they're showing up and how you're showing up? It's like they feel like they don't have enough to offer you. And some of you are like, it's a little too late. But at the same time, I offer them at least communication. So some of you, this individual may come off with not an elaborate, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I put you through it. It could also come off as a, hey, how you doing? Where it's not really showing up as the King of Pentacles, which you always show up as. I mean, this person does adore you, but I feel there's admiration here. I think that they're learning a lot. Potential direction here. Yeah, this is a person here who just hopes that, well, if I have enough of this, see, there's never a good time to actually do something. There really isn't, but they're waiting for the right time. Because every time they get courage to do something, they're like, okay, well, I need to save a little bit more. Why? Or I need to get my job and my life together here before I come across to Leo. Why? I need to let go of my baggage or another relationship here. Like there's never a good time to clear the air. And so I do feel like this individual tends to come up with excuses to hold back. Are they cleaning up their life? Yeah. Are they in your energy here this month? Yeah, 100% they are. Some of you may energetically just feel it more than you will like, oh my gosh, come through it. But something to keep in mind is that this person here, if they show up on your feed or if they show up with a small message, it's because they're hoping to find a lead back in. Advice for you with dealing with this individual here. 3 of Pentacles. This is all about putting the work in. And I also feel about collaboration. You've already done the work. You just simply have. All right. But I also feel that Spirit's saying, if this connection's going to work, it's going to have to rebuild a friendship all over again. And this person's going to have to get to know you all the way. And you should not be leading this individual. 100%. The choice is going to be yours. Now, some of you, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. The surprise is that you have another connection here already that is developing here this month. And as it develops this month, this individual is going to be popping back in. So this is just a warning here that if there is a connection here that you find yourself into this month where it's like, this feels great, an old person here may be coming back as well. So you could have choice here of 2 individuals. All right. That's what I got here for you, Leo. If this resonated or if you want to claim, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. And we're going to move on to Virgo. Virgo is up. We are four donations away from unlocking the collective bonus. Thank you, Debbie. We are now three donations away on YouTube for unlocking the collective bonus. How's everybody doing? Did you all have a good, for those of you in the States, did you all have a good Memorial Day weekend? I heard the weather was shitty most places. It was hot here. Hey, Tren, how you doing, girl? All right. Let me put this reminder out here so people remember. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Virgo is up. All right, Virgo, my singles. Virgo singles. Let's see how love is looking for you for this month. Imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. Interesting. I'm not saying you're high maintenance, but I also feel that there's something that you're looking for in the experience itself or certain things in an individual. Virgo, someone may be coming your way who is, well, not your typical type. And I feel like Spirit's saying, well, it always comes in a little bit different. Who is this individual coming across for Virgo? Oh, 5 of Wands. Five of Wands. Aggressive are they? Competitive in nature. They get jealous. This is a very jelly individual. This could also be an individual that you already know and not necessarily somebody new. Do I feel like the relationship is going to be new? Yeah, I do. I feel that I don't know. I feel like this person's been in your energy or circling around you as an acquaintance more than anything, but there's something about this individual that does turn you off a little bit, and it's their aggressiveness, competitive by nature. It's almost like if you were in a room with this individual, Virgo, and with at a party, and you were with a particular date, they wouldn't like the date, and so they would talk this person down or be very competitive, and you'd be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Like, I do feel you know this person already, but they're competitive here when it comes to others. Their role here in your life, Two of Wands. I think you turned this person down before. Yeah. 5, 6, 7 of Wands. You're defensive to this relationship. So this person's not your typical type. Some of you work with this person. Some of you've just been friends with this individual for quite some time, and you've been back and forth between each other's lives. Some of you have known this person for a really long time. Their role here in your life, the King of Cups. My gosh. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. They got the thing is as overbearing as this individual can be and gruff, they have a really big heart. They have a lot of love, but they just take things so damn personal. So this person comes off quiet and shy, yet when they're seeing you in another connection or around other individuals, you'll start seeing a different side of them. And you're like, what the hell? And I think this person here is trying to level up, show a different side of themselves. But if you were like alone with this person talking, they're as sweet as pie. But I feel like you're so comfortable with them that you don't even see that it could be actually a romantic connection. Oh boy. Reversals are now up. First impression here with you, King of Wands here reversed. You're a little cocky, you're a little arrogant, you're a little feisty, you're a little much of a pushback. You have no problem yelling at this individual. You know what? Some of you, this is like a work wife or work husband. You know what that is? It's like an individual here where you actually bicker and you act like a married couple, but you're not married. Okay. But at the same time, you're comfortable with this individual. So you definitely have a way of wanting to, take over the roost here. They think you're very feisty. You get angry at them a lot. They like the side of you who talks back to them, puts them in their place. How they feel beneath the surface. They want to be with you. There's a lot of happiness here for them, They just don't know how. I think this person here is afraid to be turned down. What they believe you bring into their life here, Page of Cups. A deep friendship. You have a deep friendship, but you also have a heart here that even if you do yell at this person and say you were a little bit too much, you'll come back and be like, are you okay? Like, what was that about? And this individual may not necessarily tell you what that was all about, but you are sincere. You do come back. You do kind of like chill out with them. how this person here is entering you here this month. This is an individual here who wants to switch the game up here a little bit. They don't want to just be friends with you. And so the energy of this individual, with the page reverse, tells me if you are dating or, just casually dating this month, and you say something or this person hears about it, you're going to see this energy of them pulling back. And some of you are going to be like, that's interesting. Why did they pull back? Because you're used to this person being in your everyday life to some extent. Or just very casual and friendly. Like it's okay to chit chat with this individual. It's not like you're second guessing because you're not seeing them in a romantic way. But this is an individual here who may pull back a little bit if you are connected here to other people here. Yeah, I do feel that. How this develops here is this person isn't going to fully make a move until you actually make some step here to be more open with that. Okay. Because this individual reads it as though you're not interested at all. So if you are talking about another individual or dating somebody, they're going to pull back because they're not going to interfere with what you want or desire. They're going to say, no, they don't see me that way. So they're not going to sit there and try to chase you. This individual doesn't chase. They just don't. Now they will come off and say, I don't like the date that you're with, but they have enough respect for themselves here to play games here with you. And they're not going to do that. Now with the death reversed here, this is a person here who just kind of feels stuck when it comes to you. And that stuck energy, wow, look at the Five of Wands again, is because I do believe you have a connection or a fling this month, Virgo. And whatever this fling is, this individual is feeling like, I can't keep playing games like this. So you're going to actually probably see this person move away here in that sense, unless they're waiting for you to be more open here or having a deeper conversation. I think this person here feels a little bit lost on how to enter that or to change that. Advice for you with dealing with this individual. 8 of Swords. They're nervous. They have some insecurities here, but this is an individual here who's more worried about, I don't know. I think it's because they know the kind of individual or type that you go for. And so this individual here has some insecurities with the way that they look. Page of Swords. But Spirit is also saying, look outside of this and look with the inside of how this connection can be. Because this is a person here that I do believe underneath the deck. I'm going to ask here what's underneath the deck. Guys, this could actually be an actual very fulfilling relationship. But there's some surface energy here of not seeing the bigger picture of what this actually could be. But this person is not going to jump into this relationship if you're talking about other people. They're going to probably get more like change the subject or, go away a little bit. But they do have deep emotions. They're holding back. All right. That's what I got here for you, Virgo. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side at Harmonia Friends. And we're going to move on to Libra. Libra is up next. We are now... how far are we? We are three donations away on YouTube from unlocking the collective bonus. Hey, Karen, welcome back in. Bernadette, Nightbot is my, it's a bot, literally. I set him up. He's my bot. He talks for me for my moderators. The Twitch family is used to readers using cues, and so that's why I have that set up. But these are collective readings. Hey, Unique, welcome back. All right, Libra, let's see what's going on here for love for June for you. What's going on for love for Libra? He's the soup. He's the soup, yeah. Don't say it. He'll flag you. Libra, adventure. Seek adventure together. It adds excitement to your journey. So this next person here coming into your life, whether it's just the start of it this month, is an individual here that you got to be very optimistic, but also go outside of your comfort zone. I feel like this individual is going to, I don't know, you may be opposite to each other in that sense, whether you're the extrovert or they're the introvert. It's going to be, there's something here about getting to know each other. Could be travel involved here too. Who is this individual? Oh, this looks like a person here that is you have a lot of fun with. A very deep friendship with. A person here that I feel is going to be one who loves hanging out with you, but not just you, your friends, your family. They like it. They like to have a good time, but more importantly, they like to spend time with you. This person does like to have a good time. Their role in your life. Interesting enough, the Nine of Pentacles. You know, as much as this person likes to have a good time, they are also extremely stable, independent, and more importantly, single. So they're not connected to another individual. So if you want to hang out with your friends and you say, hey, I need a girls' night, or hey, I need a guys' night, this individual here will be like, no problem, hon. Have fun. Do what you got to do. So independently, they like to do their own thing too. So they do like their space as well. So I think that you'll find that when you guys are together, you have a lot of fun, but you don't necessarily have to be connected to the hip 24/7. Yeah, I almost dropped the whole cards there. Holy crap. The whole deck almost fell. I just caught them. Their role here, I'm sorry. What makes this connection here significant? Oh my goodness. This is going to feel nice. Now I see the Three of Cups here with that cups is a Four of Cups. So there's something here where an individual is going to come in with it. Like this is an individual, Libra, where there is no holding back with how they feel romantically, period. All right. They're not going to hold back. You're not going to question. This is an individual here who be very direct, very vulnerable with you. Now here's the thing. Now, some of you, I'm seeing the Four of Cups here. So some of you, this is an individual here who did have to go a different direction. Some of you, not all of you. Others of you, this is new love. How they perceive you. Oh, look at this. Yeah, they come to you. They see, Libra, you are doing great. You're a go-getter. You're fine. They desire you. There's a lot of sexual energy here. I also feel this energy of, I don't know, travel may be involved to this. I don't know if you two are going to be long distance, or you meet on travels, or you just meet in a place here that you wouldn't typically go. What they feel beneath the surface when they see you. Holy crap. This starts like I said, I don't feel like it's going to be a lot of communication. Now here is interesting with the Eight of Wands, and this tells me the Nine of Wands. Some of you have this individual blocked. All right. But I do feel like an individual here wants to be open and vulnerable to you. Others of you, if it's not blocked, it's just, I feel a person's going to be very expressive, that once you open up to them, however the scenario may be, meeting them for the first time or hanging out with friends or just being open on your travels, you're going to find once you exchange numbers, this person here is going to be constantly contacting you, you know, seeing what's up, how you doing. They're going to want to keep the communication going. what they believe they can bring in here. Look at that. The Knight of Cups here reversed. Now, some of you, this individual fumbled you, right? They never brought in the emotions, the cups. And so they have to really go the distance. But the problem is they're hitting a boundary. Now, others of you, this is an individual, if this is new love, they've never, and listen, I know that sounds like, oh my gosh, it's love bombing when they say I've never actually pursued someone like this in this level. This is an individual who's going to not necessarily state that, but they're like, I've never gone the distance for a connection that I just feel so, excited for. So I do believe that this individual will be doing moves that they never have done in the past for other individuals specifically, because I feel that this person tends to get love come to them in ways, and maybe there's just a maturity level that this person had to go through. They're not coming off as a page, but right now it may come off as intense when this connection arrives. But let's see how it enters this month. Let's see how it enters. How does it enter here for you? Because they feel this itching drive. Oh, some of you, they're driving. This itching drive to get up. That, if they want to make a change in their life, they're going to have to go after it. Love isn't just going to come to them. They have to start doing some stuff here. Some of you, this individual's a workaholic. It's like they only have certain things they do through the day. Type A person. It's like, I go to work, I come home, hang out with whatever animals, kids, whatever, and then they go back to sleep and they do the same thing all over again. So they are changing up their routine. So I feel the two of you are going to meet either through traveling or changing up the routine, or if this is someone from your past here that you felt guarded and they didn't express their love, this is an individual here who's going to change things up, which means they're coming up as a completely a different person here to you. How this develops here for you. 6 of Pentacles here reverse. Now, this just tells me that this person, like I said, had held back a lot in the past. Again, all about having a good time. But this is an individual who's working on that, making sure that things are more in reciprocity. They're working on that. They're not necessarily perfect at it, but they also know they're taking accountability for breadcrumbing situations. Other situations here, what's developing with this individual is they're realizing that whatever they were married back in other relationships, they were surrounding themselves with individuals who gave them poor advice or were doing things that weren't really fair in love. It wasn't very unconditional, so they were just hanging around the other individuals. So I do feel like this person here is looking for a change, and their environment is changing around them. Some of you, it's a job change. Some of you, it's friendships that have changed. So they're breaking away from patterns that just don't really suit them anymore. Potential direction here, Libra, with this connection. 10 of Wands here. Well, this is usually holding a lot of baggage, right? But here's the thing. When you're at a 10, you can't hold anymore. And so this is an individual here who realizes that they have to put their weight in too when it comes to connections, that they can't rely heavily on another individual doing that. Or if they want to be more open up to a person, they have to go the distance. This is an individual who also may have been a people pleaser and made certain moves to appease individuals. And that's something here where they're going to know their limits. And the thing that's going to develop with this individual is you're going to mirror back to them a lot with your boundaries, because I do feel that you tend to do that too, Libra. Libras are my little people pleasers, but your boundaries as well. So the development here is that when things start to feel rough, or if things like the distance does come apart, I feel like the two of you are going to make a move. I don't know if this is long distance where another individual has to move, or it's just making the distance here to make this relationship work. But I feel this month here, there's a possibility here of a relationship budding. Things to consider. I told you. There it is. Okay. If this person is, like I said, has a really crazy work schedule, or you do too, the biggest thing the two of you can do is creating adventure so that it's not the same thing over and over again and you don't get that roommate stale kind of feeling. So, vasopressin is what I just heard, especially for dudes. Like there's this energy here of let's have fun. What can we do to bring this love and the zest in here? And the other thing here is to remind yourself, here you are, Libra, show up as you, be authentic, be truthful, be honest. And if something feels uncomfortable, you have to let this individual know right off the bat, because they won't know how to change or direct the situation if you keep everything aside or assume that this individual can figure it out. Never assume a person can figure it out. This is about you being very authentic and utilizing your voice. All right. That's what I got here for you, Libra. If this resonated, or if you want to claim it, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. And we're going to move on to Scorpio. Scorpio is up next. We are 3 donations on YouTube. Hello, Max. Sherry, I'm sorry you got spammed by him. That was not you did. I'll check the emote thing on Nightbot can be kind of a jerk. I gotta make sure. Why are you deleting her? Hold on, let me undelete it. I undeleted it. You're good, Sherry. I'm so sorry. He could be a little harsh, even though I turned it off, but I'll check on there. I brought it back. You like it? Hey, Fasha, welcome back. I just think he could be a jerk. He was like crazy on YouTube. I had him set to the 9s. Like he was like bodyguard. He was checking people left and right. My moderators were sweating. They were trying to unblock individuals. It was wild. And it was funny. I made a joke that I thought it was hot. I'm like, I think it's kind of hot. I've never had anyone show up that way for me. Get out of here. No tarot for you. Yeah. Right? It gets a little crazy though. I'm like, come on. Stop being crazy. All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on here for Scorpio. Scorpio singles. Anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Love is in the air for you. Who is this person? Who is this person for Scorpio? Remember, no reversals. 6 of Pentacles. Well, this is an individual here who's very fair, honest. I feel for some of you, you already know this individual, or it's going to start off with deep friendship. Some of you go to school with this individual. Some of you go to work with this individual. Some of you are already part of the community, or you do something with this person. They're already part of a scenario here with you. Others of you, it's like they enter that environment. Like I said, if it's a new person at work, or new to a committee, or new to a community, it starts off with deep friendship with this individual. Their role in your life. 9 of Pentacles. Look at all these pentacles. Dang. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person is extremely independent. They're not a bum. They're not. Some of you, there could be an age difference between the two of you. There could be. significant age difference. Or if this is like work related, like it could be a manager, but because this person's coming off as like boss energy or an entrepreneur or someone here who is not afraid to be single. Like they're cool. They're fine. Hey, Clarabelle, welcome. What makes this connection here significant? Ooh. So this connection, your spidey senses are going to go off the charts here, right? There's that anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. So it's almost like you get a reading and something pans out, and it could be mine. No, I feel that for a lot of you, you're extremely intuitive, very gifted. You're a water sign, but there's just something about having the inner knowing that you feel like you've met this person before. So there's a deja vu moment. Maybe you dreamt of them, or maybe there's something that they remind you of a scenario or an individual, but you already have that connection with this individual. As soon as you see him or feel it, you're going to be like, I think that there might be something more here. How they perceive you initially. Reversals are now up. How they perceive you initially. Interesting enough. They perceive you as an individual here who's been through the ringer when it comes to love. You're not necessarily looking for love. I feel like you're working on filling up your own damn cup. And that's the thing. You stop looking for love. You know, that's how you know that this individual, but they see that in you, is that you're not very open. You're very much a realist. What they feel beneath the surface with you. Oof. Well, it's a wake-up call to them. They hear the angels sing when they meet you. There's just something about this connection that works. And so I feel that right off the bat, this person's going to know that they have romantic feelings for you. I don't think it's something that develops over time. I think this person is interested in you from day one. I just think that there may be some taboo here regarding either work or friends or something here that feels like it almost feels a little bit unforbidden, like it's not unforbidden love. Yeah. Coming up as Emperor energy, boss. I told you, boss level. Person is extremely attracted to you. But also, this is an individual here that has a lot of responsibilities. So some of you, the mature, like I said, there could be an age difference. This person could be, they're not young. They're not. So, I mean, maybe the youngest is 35, but they're not young. This is an individual here who could have even children. But they take their responsibilities seriously. And they're looking for a long-term commitment. They don't want to play games whatsoever. And this is not an individual who will play games with you. So how is this person here entering this? The Queen of Pentacles here reverse. Well, I feel like this is more like your energy. And again, it's because you're not looking for love. You have more of that selfish need here. And it's, you know, self-love is that, like it's this energy here of providing for you. You're not really giving a lot of time and energy here, but there's just something here where you're working on an overdrive, and this individual here wants to make this a little bit easier here for you, because I don't know, they have really good solid advice. I honestly feel like, Scorpio, you may be dealing with a relationship that may turn into a power couple with the two of you. I think that you are both very like-minded individuals. You work well with one another, but you're not necessarily focused on love right now. And so this individual sees you working really hard. Some of you are a single parent, you know, taking all the responsibilities on there, but you're feeling a little bit burdened when it comes to money. You're spread thin. This individual sees that. They have mastered that on their level. Again, I feel like this is a business owner or someone here who's a teacher or a leader. how this develops here, with assistance. This person here offers some assistance here with you emotionally. This is an individual here who's like, here, let me help you. Or here, I don't know. I feel like it starts off as professional and it develops here into something more emotional as you get to know this individual. This month, it's just about an individual here where you are collaborating with, and you're not really looking for love, but they are evaluating you. Okay. And they see that if they're going to open up the heart here, Scorpio, they're going to have a different approach. And so this individual is not here to play games with you. They're not in a rush. And so this is a person here is like, if I start off as platonic and as friends, I'll do that for Scorpio because I'm not going to rush them. They're not in the mentality here of that right now. Potential direction here. Look at this. I told you it's going to be a slow burner, but it's going to be when you're ready. When you're ready to open up. This is not a person here who's going to rush you. I think that this person here, this is a power couple connection here. I think that there's a possibility here of someone coming into your life that you're going to find is incredibly supportive, there for you, but is not going to push you to get romantically involved with them right off the bat. They want to get to know you a little bit. All right. Advice here for you with dealing with this individual, Scorpio. Four of Cups. Okay. So there is an offer, but there is you, and this is you, Spirit saying, be open to offers that are being handed to you, even if it's assistance. Even if it's an individual here who says, hey, are you okay? Watch how you answer it. Are you answering, I'm fine, I'm okay, and then cutting the conversation? Are you truly fine or okay? There's a part of you that needs to take actions of being vulnerable. And Spirit is pushing you to do that. Be vulnerable when an individual actually is giving you the extension, because this is passion and fire here. But I also feel there's exhaustion and disappointment from individuals who did not show you, emotionally how they could be there for you. And this individual is going to initiate that, right? They're not going to rush it. They're going to initiate it. That's what I got for you, Scorpio. If this resonates or you want to claim it, go ahead and hit like, comment below. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is up. We have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and we possibly could have a collective bonus here, but we are 3 stars or 3 donations away over on YouTube. If we get them this evening, we will have a collective bonus. Sagittarius is now up. Gary's got Saggy in the chart. Yeah, you can go back to the Leo video for sure, Vasha, or if you want to jump on it now, you just have to jump to YouTube and you can scroll back on the scanners. I don't know if you can scroll back on Twitch. I don't think it does while you're in the live, but YouTube you can. I'll have timestamps after. I place them all on YouTube. But you can find them pretty easily if you just scroll, because you can find the banners. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Spirit, what is going on for my Saggy singles? 2 more shuffles and we'll be ready to go. All right, Saggies. Saggy singles. Spirit, what is going on for my singles, Sagittarius? I always love looking out for them in June. Closure. Not all connections are meant to be, except closure. So this is the universe letting you know, for a lot of you who are kind of wishing and hoping for reconciliation, this is the universe pushing you to accept the situation for what it is right now. All right. That doesn't necessarily mean like, oh my gosh, I can never get, the door is closed because there are changes here and opportunities that are opening up for you. Period. Let's see what this is. Who is this individual? A Sagittarius. Two of Cups. A deep connection. Friendship. There's almost something about, honestly, I feel like the Four of Cups energy. Some of you are afraid to open up to new connections. It's like you asked for love, but at the same time, you're hoping for a particular person to come back for some of you, or you're kind of haunted by that relationship and it keeps you from really connecting to individuals. You know, you may find yourself triggered by certain actions or behaviors of others, but let's see more about this individual. Their role in your life. Look at this. We have the Four of Wands. Look how open this is and compared to this. All right. This is true commitment. This is true commitment. This is a relationship that could potentially be everlasting if you're open to it. Their role here could be another fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is an individual here. They could be an artist, someone here who's an extrovert, very creative, passionate, confident, could come off as a jock as well. But I do feel that this person is a good time. They have fun. They're very competitive. I feel like a very competitive nature here with the Four of Wands, and that one, show me the Five of Wands. This is an individual here who would be willing to fight for you. Fight for this connection. This is who is coming towards you right now. This reminds me a little bit of, I don't know why, but I feel like even though it's shaped like a soccer ball, it feels like football. Reversals are now up. Let's see how this person initially perceives you here. Okay, this is a new individual. This is not somebody here that is in your circle. Okay, they don't know you. They don't know who your friends are. They don't know who your family is. So you, as I perceive you, is I don't know this individual, but I do feel like you have a lot of loved ones and family around you. They're not part of that yet. So this could be you meet this individual at an event. We're going to see, but they're not part of your circle already. You have a very close-knit circle. What they feel beneath the surface here. Ooh, Nine of Swords here reversed. So this is interesting because, you know, usually this card here is like panicky, anxiety, but this is an individual here where it's like night and day. They're not panicky or have anxiety around you. You're actually very easy to talk to. And so this individual realizes that right off. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius is so easy to talk to, and I don't even know them yet. So you're very friendly. What they believe you bring into their life here. Look at that. The Three of Swords. You know, it's not that you bring heartbreak or grief into their life. You're breaking through the grief and loss. I think that this individual has had a major loss when it comes to love. Some of you, this is very specific. It's not going to be all of you. Some of you, this individual is a widow. You know, they lost the love of their life. They didn't think that they would, you know, meet somebody again. Others of you, this is someone here who was always fearful of love because of rejection. And what they're realizing here is in this connection that they're not so fearful of rejection here with you. Not saying that, oh, you're going to be easy to obtain or get in a relationship with, but they'd be willing to get their heart broken again because they're stronger. They've been through something like heartbreak and loss. How they're entering this circle. How are they entering your circle here this month? The Seven of Cups here reverse. So it's not by chance. I think there is something about an individual being at a particular event that you are going to. Now there's a lot of events going on here, especially in June, right? You know, it's getting closer to summertime, could be family gatherings, picnics, graduations, whatever it is. I just feel this energy that this person here had changed their mind and decided to go to an event that you're at. That's how the two of you are going to meet. You are on familiar ground, the two of you. You're just not like, you're almost like two passing ships. So you may have mutual friends already or connections, but they're more like acquaintances here. Okay. They just happen to go, you know what? I think I'm going to go to that party. I think I'm going to go to that event. That's how you meet this individual. How this begins to develop. Well, here's the thing. You know, with the 8 of Cups here reverse, this is an individual, like I told you, is going to keep turning around. What comes here is that as the party ends or as this event goes, they still want to connect with you. So this is an individual here that is going to circle back around after this event or however the two of you meet to kind of reconnect. You may even exchange numbers with this individual. This is a person here who's not just going to leave and be like, well, that was fun. No, they're like, I'm a little bit, you know, smitten by Sagittarius. I wonder if they'd be interested in meeting again. So I do see that a person is going to be wanting to meet you in a more intimate way outside of a group later on during the month here for you. Potential direction here for you. Look, are you kidding me? Look at this. 9 of Cups. This could be a solid relationship here for you, but you got to be open to this and not, because, you know, a lot of you, if you're looking to reconcile this, you may miss this, especially if you're not open to this invite. But I do feel like this connection can actually be solid here for you if you're opening here to connect with this person. Things to consider regarding this individual and this relationship. Let go of the past. Let go of the past. Okay. The 2 of Swords is like the wishy-washiness of like, I'm uncertain. Where will this go? But there's just something here that, you know, the past is needed to let go for this because look, Spirit is pushing you. A lot of you are not going to want to hear this because you're going to want to believe that this is a reconciliation. And I'm not seeing a reconciliation here. I am seeing a possible really deep connection with an individual that is going to open up to you if you can let the past be in the past or not be so fearful of the past reoccurring and just opening up and knowing that you're strong enough here to go through the door. But I also feel that it's Spirit is saying you're going to have to take the distance on this. You're going to have to get in the chariot. You know, some of you are going to have to travel outside of your comfort zone for this. All right. I do feel that with the chariot energy, something's more going to be developing in Cancer season for you. All right. That's what I got here for you, Sagittarius. If you want to, if this resonated or if you want to claim this, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and we're going to move on to Capricorn. Capricorn is up. Welcome back, Claire. Flipping the narrative means that you take it as though it's your reading. Like you take it as though it's yours. Like you're going in and I'm talking to you and it's not like it's about you. It's a mirror. We need Debbie, we need 3 more sponsors over on YouTube. So Nafa, you know what we say when that happens, when it's likely, is that you need to feel into that because you're wishy, because the cards only mirror back how you feel. It's a mirror. So if you're wishy-washy, where are you more fearful of? Someone coming back and being open in that level, or opening up to new love and having it possibly be the most amazing thing ever? So it's going to be personal for you. They're collective readings. But more personal, if you wanted private readings, that's where you would get more detailed on that. Capricorn is up. Capricorn is up. I know. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. You're like, well, what is it? It's like with any reading, right? Like you if you keep asking the same question, you are literally telling your body, your higher self, that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust the universe. Let it go. Let it go, like Elsa. You're welcome, Claire. I hope that gave you some clarification. Clarification. Get it, Claire? I'm so cheesy. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Oops, sorry. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. We are now 2 sponsors away. 2 sponsors away over on YouTube for us to unlock the collective bonus here, not just for YouTube, but Twitch too. Twitch gets the benefits of it. We're going to start having more interactive games too on Twitch. I'm still learning Twitch, guys, so I'm a noob, but I'm really enjoying you guys. You guys are great. All right. We're in Capricorn now, right? Yeah, Capricorn. Cappies are up. Here we go. Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on. Thank you, Napa. Appreciate it. We are 1 star away. Friendship. Capricorn, this connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into romance. Well, what the hell? Can we wipe this? That's okay. We're gonna see the ins and outs of this so that you can be prepared. Dang. All right. Who is this individual? No reversals on initial story play. Who is this person? You know what? I used the other deck. That's fine. There's a reason why this is all backwards, but that's okay. 7 of Pentacles. So this is somebody here that you are already stuck. You are already in a long-term friendship with this individual. Some of you work with this person. This person ain't opening that door. They stare at it. They like your attention. Their role in your life. Thank you, Charlene. The King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Damn. You know what? This person, they hold back. They're an avoidant. It's like they long for love. They long for compassion and everything in that level. And we'll see how they initially see you. But, you know, this is a person here who holds back like a lot. Holy crap. What makes this connection significant? 4 of Wands. All right. Some of you are not, not everybody's going to understand this, but some of you, this is what you would call that twin flame thing. You know, where it's like, oh, it's my person, but we're just the runner and chaser dynamic here. You may be lost in that. You may be lost in that. You might forget, like, the twin flame journey is not about union. It's actually very rare, first of all. Second of all, it's about a spiritual union. You guys were meant to meet for spiritual lessons, but also so that you could be more centered and aligned in masculine and feminine energy within you. You have to be a whole person. They have to be a whole person. That's why there's 2 wands here. And that's why there's 2 wands over there. You know, in the middle, I feel like there's another person too. Who's that? Are they dealing with somebody else? Like, I just feel this energy of like, you're stuck in the middle while this other person here is taking advantage of other areas. You're a good companion though. How they perceive you here initially. Justice reverse. Unfair. Man. You know, there's just something that went quickly sour with this friendship. I feel like this person here initially sees you as an individual who consistently gives and gives more, like way more than you should. But how they initially perceive you is like, wow, Capricorn gives a lot. Capricorn gives a lot. What emotionally affects this, what they feel beneath the surface here. 10 of Pentacles, they're used to you. But also they use you. They're used to you, but they also use you. You bring this person here comfort. Some of you a home. Some of you, it's just company. They're lonely. But they deeply desire a bond here with you, but they don't want the accountability for it. That's the problem with this individual. What they believe you bring into their life here, the Emperor reverse, man, you're not going to like to hear this. They feel like you're very rushy. They feel that you micromanage, that you're unruly, that you're pushy, that you have big goals here. But this is also an individual here where they like to be in control. So what do? They hold back. They hold back, and they hold back their emotions, their desires. They want you to work for it. How this person enters in this month? Well, guess what? This is called the bait game. This individual's coming back. They're rushing in for some booty, for some loving. All right, because it's unbalanced. Want to see how you're doing. This is just, hey, how you doing? Player energy. Thinking with another appendage, or just that sexual energy, depending on what it is. But yeah, I just feel that this person, this is what they do. They turn it on and then they turn it off. And they turn it on and then they turn it off. And you think, oh, is this going to open up? Oh, is this going to be something more? And then it switches. And then it changes. What's developing this month? Yeah. It's gluttony. I also feel like this person, if they're not a heavy drinker, they heavily escape through desires. So if it's not drinking, it's sex, it's indulging, food, whatever it is, they an emotional eater, they like stuff their emotions down, but when they want to get something off, they do it with sex. Period. So there's sexual tension with this individual. Potential direction here of it. Look at that. King of Wands. Could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I do feel like you're going to hear from this individual. But the thing is they have another option too. This is a person here who plays games. They like to make sure that you are kind of still there or still considering it. But outside of it, I don't think anything more is going to develop other than friendship with benefits. What to consider with this? You're going to be disappointed. If you consider this, you're going to be disappointed. So Spirit is just reminding you that when this comes back in, just be wary of this. What else? I gotta fix my mic. My battery just went. Yeah, look at all these fours. Look at this. All right. The separation was needed here for you. But know that an individual is coming back around. All right. That's what I got here for you, Capricorn. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below, and don't forget there's always more messages on the other side. I'm going to fix my mic here so I don't echo on you guys. Aquarius is up. We are one donation away on YouTube. From getting the collective bonus. And then if we get the collective bonus, then we'll do the faded dice, which is this. So you guys know what faded dice is. We'll do the faded dice. The bullseye's just being weird. Is it just saying 0? We have 4. We have 4 stickers, so we're one off. You think Nightbot broke it? Possible. It was working before with him on there, though. I think it's just being wonky. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Who's got Aquarius in her chart? So we are almost done, guys. We got Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and then possibly an unlocked bonus, but we'll see. Aquarius. Singles. What's coming on love for you? Ooh, romance. Romantic surprises are on the horizon, but can you be open to this? Can you be open to this love? Who is this individual? Aquarius. Who is this individual to Aquarius? 8 of Cups. Oh, I got 2 stories here. I'm going to pull all 2 cards just to see for sure which ones the story is. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Simply is 2 stories. Some of you, you got somebody here from your past, you know, who's been watching you. You're having a glow up of some sort. Taurus, Libra energy here. Others of you, this individual is leaving behind the past and they know their worth and they're just kind of seeing what's out there. You know, I mean, there's 2 stories here. There's one of a possible reconciliation and another one where an individual is just done with all the dissatisfying crap and is really ready to stand their ground and look out for new love. Now, if this is a past relationship, this is a person here who's had to like shed a whole new version of them. They're going to be showing up as new, like completely different. Reversals are now up. How they perceive you initially. Ooh. The Fool reversed. This is leaning more towards a reconciliation, but if it's not, this is an individual here who actually isn't necessarily like, it's almost like they do a double take. You know, if this is new love, it's a person here who's like, well, you know, what's this about? You know, like they almost look you over in a sense. You know, there's that looking over. Others of you, this is an individual here who's like, I don't know if Aquarius will ever be open to taking a risk with me again. Because some of you, this is a reconciliation. Hey, emotional, welcome. What they feel beneath the surface here. Page of Cups here reverse. There's that energy of like, some of you, they fumbled this really big. They were very immature. They didn't see what you had to offer. They held back their emotions. They know they should apologize to you. They just feel like a fool for not apologizing to you sooner. Others of you, if this is someone who is new, how they perceive this is, I almost feel tongue-tied a little bit. Like I said, a double take. It's almost like they see you at a glance and then they know, huh? Like, who's here? Like, I don't know if there's a surprise. I don't know if it's a surprise connection. They don't plan to meet you. They just do a double take with you. So they could be have like a loss for words. What makes this connection here significant? Well, again, they're coming back around. They're coming back around. And if this is new love, it's circling back around. So if there's an initial meetup or what you think is a possible connection and it's kind of fumbled or, you know, they fumble it, this is an individual who's going to come back around it. All right. It's like, listen, I wasn't myself at the time. I was kind of caught off guard. But others of you, this is a reconciliation. This is an individual here who realized the grass is not greener. It goes where it gets greener where you nurture it. And so this is a person here who realizes that they've never really nurtured this connection the way they should have. Others of you, like I said, if it's new love, it's like they want to redo. How this person here enters here, look, a redo. It just totally is, right? They don't want to miss the opportunity. Like, oh my gosh. Like their first impression of you, if this is new love, is they didn't make the greatest impression. They may have cut you off or made, were really short with you. And they have to circle around and do the uncomfortable and apologize or say, hey, can we do a redo? Because I was not myself. Others of you, if this is a reconciliation, there's an individual who's got quite a lot of explaining here to you and has been holding back for quite some time. And I'm not saying weeks. Some of you, this is years. How this begins to develop. Look there. Look, we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like Aquarius, even though that you're an air sign, you're the water sign of the air sign. So I feel like this is more the energy of you. You're very loving, you're very sincere, and you're a really good listener. You'd be willing to listen to an individual, but you're not going to give your cup to anybody anymore. So I think there's this energy of compassion and understanding, but also willing to hear an individual out. And you may be surprised with what you hear. It could also bring for some of you closure. Potential direction of this relationship, healing. Some of you are not going to be taking this individual back, but that's your energy. It's just creating some kind of closure. Others of you, if it does start over, it starts over brand spanking new. You have to get to know each other all over again. But again, you would have to be open to willing to listen. We'll see what the advice is. But if this is new love and an individual here who you're willing to give a chance, you may find that this individual who takes accountability, maybe they're not as slow as like the person who reconciled and they are quick. You're willing to give them another shot. And it could turn out to be something really good. Advice for you. No reversals. Advice for you with dealing with this individual. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. So the two of you have been down in your luck with relationships, but you also have a lot of compassion when people are rejected or put out in the cold. And for a lot of you, this is a very healing relationship, because if this is something where a person did leave you out in the cold, now they're kind of going through it. And so that you've been in this person's shoes before, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to entertain it either. Okay. This is usually of loss or anything in that level. Now, the interesting stuff here is that the Ace of Wands is who's going to take action towards this. So if this is a reconciliation, it's a possible chance here of reigniting, but with a way that could also start off with lust. And so be careful of that. Others of you, if this is, and I just looked underneath the deck, I said, what's underneath the deck here? Others of you, this is again, the fantasy that is about to be popped here. This individual here is going to have to realize some disappointments, but some of you also look at this as an initial setback because of how this person first showcased themselves, their first characteristics. So some of you, like I said, you might give them a second shot. Others of you may not, even if it is new love. All right. That's what I got here for you, Aquarius. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side, a Harmonia Friends community. And we're going to move on to Pisces. Pisces is up, and we are one donation away from unlocking the collective dice, and that's this. So you could get your reading again, or a possible chance here if that reading did not, if there's more readings you would like to get. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. Karen is back in the house. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. We have Pisces, Aries, and Taurus left, and possibly another collective. We shall see. Pisces. Settling. Avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. Oh boy. So that's just a reminder. Don't settle. Who is this individual? Who is this individual here? 6 of Cups. You already know this individual. Either you've been in a relationship before with this person, or that they're ready. You just have a friendship that's already formed, but it's already a soul tie with this person. They're already a soulmate. Their role in your life, King of Wands. Dang. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is an individual here who's very vibrant, creative, could be a boss, a leader. They're very arrogant, could be a little egotistical. But this is a person here who likes to play games to some extent. They're very strategic in the game playing their play. They're not quite a knight. They're a king. So this is an individual who does have a history of being a player. But they've matured. So I don't feel like this is a young individual. This is an individual who may even have children already. Could be an entrepreneur. What makes this connection significant here? The strength, my God. There's just something about this individual. I always see this as Fenrir, the chaotic wolf that destroyed everything with Norse mythology. But I feel with that Leo energy, you are dealing with an individual who plays a little bit of the big bad wolf. Okay. You are attracted to the baddies. Okay. Maybe they're a badass. I don't know. But you are attracted to this individual, and they do have a dark side to them. They just simply do. But the resilience here is that you seem like the individual that, you know how they say, like, the white women always bring in the wild animals and try to domesticate them. This is something here where I feel you try to domesticate a wolf, and like this person will always be a wolf. It's just simple as that. But you think that they have a soft side to them, and you're like, no, I can do that. But this person's bitten you before. They've bitten you before. Reversals are now up. How this person perceives you. They know you're heartbroken. They know what they did. They know they left a mark. They know they left a scar. Hey, Joy, thanks for stopping by. They know they broke your heart. What they feel beneath the surface. Oh, I don't like this. It turns them on. I don't like that. But it's not, I'm just the reader. But look at this person's face. This person has some massive issues. Could be a heavy drinker. But if they're not a heavy drinker, they lust, they indulge, they escape. But it's about pain, and it's about attention. And so I feel, Pisces, you're dealing with an individual who, even though they broke your heart, they like the attention that you still give them and the energy. What they believe you bring into their life here, 3 of Pentacles reverse, that you be willing to drop everything for this individual. That's how they perceive you. And some of you, this individual has really isolated you from healthy relationships, which sucks. How are they entering this month? Two of Wands here reversed. Well, when they're done, they're not finished with you yet. But they're also not out of something yet either. So this is a person here who's playing games, not just with you, but another individual. But, you know, always a cheater. There's just something about cheating and always being a cheater with this individual. They cheat on a lot of people. You're not the only person they do this to. It's like when things start getting tough, they turn right back around. So how they're re-entering here is they're hoping to re-enter at your weakest moment. Yep, the weakest moment. There it is. Let's start this all over again. I will appear that I have changed. I will appear that Pisces is the one. I will say, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's just try dating first. Let's try the casual thing. Let's work up to that night energy again. Potential direction. Queen of Wands here reversed. Look, they use you. They siphon off you. It's like whenever you have a glow up, whatever you pull your energy back, this person tries to suck you all back in, which never feels good. I also feel like the two of you clash. There's a lot of anger here. And I don't blame you for being angry with this individual, but it may even piss you off that an individual assumes that you would settle for less. So some of you are going to just fight back, be angry, close the door. Advice here for you. Woo! You asked for a new start, but look at that little wolf. You got a person here who's going to try to start it all up again with you. Once a player, always a player. You know, once a cheater, always cheater. This person here is going to try to up level this. I'm finally ready to commit. You know, and they may this is how you know, they will up level it quickly. Like it's like, you know, all of a sudden it goes from escalates from like, we're a couple to let's get married kind of thing. I wouldn't trust this person. Look, I told you, I wouldn't, this person's going to be coming in strong. But it's again, for settling. Spirit's asking you, do you want to settle with this or do you want a completely new start with an individual here who does have your back? Let's just ask. I need to ask. I don't like to leave Pisces hanging here. What is Pisces? If Pisces denies this individual, what's coming towards them here? Okay. And I'm going to look underneath the deck here. I have to turn around because it was a little reverse. I don't do reversals on here. Empress. You have the Empress here. All right. That's how you are going to show up with denying that. Spirit is reminding you of your worth. All right. That's what I got. If that resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. Don't forget, there's always more messages on the other side. We have Aries up next. Aries is up next. Guys, we may not make our goal tonight. We have, I call the goal on Taurus. We have one more sign to go before we get to the unlocked bonus. So if we don't get it from Aries and Taurus, we're not going to have any bonuses this evening. We just need one donation on YouTube for that to happen. Leeching energy, whatever he can get. I'm sorry. I hate that for people. But sometimes these readings come off more as like pre-warnings for you. So it is still an important message because some people think that, hey, they're coming back because they've changed. That person didn't change. No way in hell did that person change. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we have Taurus right after. We are one donation away from unlocking a collective bonus, which will give you another shot here of a reading for those of you who are staying on. Who do we got here live? Let's do a roll call. Who's here? Who is here? Twitch, YouTube. Let's see. We got some people on Facebook. Facebook people just creep though. They don't necessarily say anything. I don't care but if people creep, but Nop is still here. I got a lot of people watching the replay. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my singles. Yeah, a lot of people are watching replays though. Star. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. That is having faith. That is Aquarius energy. You may have Aquarius in your chart, but I also feel like you still believe. You still believe in love. Let's see who's coming towards you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much, guys. We made our donation. We will officially have a collective reading this evening. It will begin soon. Yes, I'm in the great UP. I'm in Michigan. All right, who is this person? So this is an individual who's had a timeout when it comes to love. All right. They've purposely, this person here, they're waiting for the right person here too. They're not putting that. This is not an individual here who likes to casually date. They don't. No. They're trying to gain a new perception in love. Their role in your life. Look at this. 5 of Cups. Interesting enough. It's like when you see the sadness, there's this relationship. Their role in the life is that when you stop looking down at the disappointments and the loss, that's when this connection is going to kind of slip on in. Like, I feel like this is really solid. But here's the thing. It's not necessarily all going to happen this month. I can tell you right now, because the star is also destiny. But energetically, you are shifting your energy from a deep loss. You've been heartbroken. And this person here is going to come in just as you're at the last stage of that. What their role here is going to be in your life. Look at this, 2 of Wands. Look at going the distance. This is a person here who would go the distance for you. They would travel to you. You could meet this individual outside of your typical drive. I feel like you're traveling or you're taking a different route. But this tells me that this person here may not be right at your vicinity. I just heard Sleepless in Seattle. How they perceive you initially. 3 of Pentacles here reversed. Well, you're single, but you're also not looking for love. You're very focused on your work, on your family, some of you just your children. And so they see you as an individual that is very much a person who's a collaborator, works good with individuals that they have to work on. But when it comes to love, you're not really looking for it. What they feel beneath the surface when they meet you? Oh yeah, how defensive you are. I told you it's like this, like, whoa, I don't got time for this. I'm working on this, or I'm with my kids. I don't know if there's a run-in that you meet this individual, or you're at a particular event, or maybe this is work. But when they enter the door with you, Aries, they see you very busy, very focused on the task with other individuals. And some of you, it's children. Beneath the surface here, they go, wow, they're a little defensive. But I feel it's because you're so focused on whatever this is. And it's something grounded and practical. It's your everyday life kind of stuff that you have to do. What they believe you bring into their life, well, interesting enough, this person wants to get to know you. Some of you, it's because they're new to, like, if this is work related, they just started, or maybe they don't always visit that particular location. Remote. Some of you, this person here works remote, but they have to meet up in certain areas, like clientele could be that too. But here's the thing. This person meets you with your family, your children, or your friends. You are out having a good time. What they want, though, is entry to this good time here with you. Like, how do they enter that, though? With their charm. They may be very charming, this individual. Like, are you work? Yeah, but this is a person here who would work for it. It's good. They're going to be like, let me try to charm Aries with how I can be of help, how I can be of assistance, that they don't have to do it on their own, or let's make them comfortable. Let me win them over. I also feel like this person has a really funny sense of humor. Like, they can make anybody laugh. And it's the way that they come across, like, I knew I would get you to open up, so they see you as a challenge, but they're like, oh, I got a staff too. You got a staff? I got a staff too. Like, so I do feel that this individual is very lighthearted with you. And this month, it might be like a win over just to get your attention, or, flirting with you and you cracking a smile. That's a win to this individual. How this connection here begins to develop here. Yeah, I just feel like this is more your energy, even though it is an earth sign. Again, you're very nurturing, you're very loving and sincere, but you're also very grounded. And so with this energy of how this develops, it develops with a deep friendship, so it's going to be, I do feel like this person's going to be, absolutely attracted to you right off the bat, but also they're willing to start a deep friendship here first, because they know you're not an individual here who would just fool around, and they don't want that either. Hey, sweetheart, welcome. Potential direction here. Look at that. You got the Two of Wands here reversed. Interesting enough, I mean, you got the Two of Wands here twice. The direction of this may find that you two are going around circles a lot. I do feel like if this is long distance, that could be a hurdle in this connection, where it's like something that's deeply developed, but also at the same time it breaks apart. But I feel like it's not saying the connection's not there. It's just going to take some time and effort as this develops. It is a slow burner. I do feel like you're meeting this person this month. Advice for this individual. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, see, they're extremely independent. They also feel like you would be worth the wait. This is also an individual here who, like I said, is very optimistic, that, they wouldn't necessarily be an individual here who would be jealous. They understand that you have independence, your freedom, you have a particular way. Honestly, it may feel a little bit like a non-traditional connection, meaning the two of you are in a relationship down the road, but you're not necessarily at the same
location. So it does feel like a long distance relationship, or like you have your own place, they have their own place, and there's no real desire to like move in with each other, but still be in a really deep bond. This person here really appreciates your independence and how you don't override theirs either. There's a really good start here with this connection. All right. That's what I see here for you, Aries. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. You can also claim it. Don't forget, there's always more messages over at Harmonia Friends Community. And we are at our final zodiac sign, but not our final reading. We still have to do the collective bonus. So if those of you have missed your sign, stay tuned because we got this coming up. We got the bonus train. So this would be the time that you guys go ahead and make sure, well, you're following the channel, thanking my moderators for being here for all their additional help here, but also thanking the sponsors who showed up here for you guys to get that collective reading. And go ahead and just comment and put your energy into the live chat or even on the replay, what you want to roll or see. What do you want to see? What do you want it to roll? We'll see if that comes up for you. Taurus is up. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And then we'll get to our collective reading. We got our bonus. Hey, Kevin. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, Taurus, let's get to you, and then we'll get to the collective bonus. We saved the best for last. All right, here we go, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my singles. What's going on here for love for you? Attraction. You are attracting the right person at the right time into your life. And Friskers just jumped on the table. So I feel like someone here is going to jump you out of nowhere, pop out of nowhere here for you. When Frisker shows up, it's a gift. It just simply is. Who is this individual? Remember, no reversals on initial story play. I told you, they just pop on up. Just pop on up, just like Friskers. Hey, how you doing? So your person kind of shows up as flirtatious, romantic. They're here to woo. All right. Their role in your life, yeah. I don't want to say they're like stalking you, but every breath I take here, we got like police show. I feel like songs coming up here. So this person here, they've been watching you for quite some time. Okay. You do have a secret admirer. You do have an individual here who's a secret admirer. I think they're a little shy. I don't think they've really opened up quite yet, but when they do, they're going to lay it on thick. What makes this connection significant? 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. You rejected this person. That's why. Oh my God. That's why they're watching you. You know your worth, but you also have kicked this person out before. Now, some of you were never in a relationship and you just rejected them. You know, that's why they're kind of like, you know, you're like, nah, it's not right for me. I do feel like this person does play victim to the scenario or situation. How they perceive you right now. Reversals are now up. Oh God, I knew it. You rejected them. You were like, no, you are not my person. I have no problem saying no to you. They perceive you as a person here who betrayed them, or they just really fear rejection.
underneath the surface. Seven of Pentacles here reverse. Well, some of the things, the reason you said no to this individual is because they were in another connection. And you're like, that doesn't really, no. I'm not entertaining you when you are unhappy and looking for a rebound. So I feel like Taurus is like, I'm not dealing with a rebound energy because you can't figure it out. I feel like this person here tends to be a time waster. How they feel beneath the surface here is, God, they had a whole ability here to show up in a bigger way and they didn't. Some of you, the reason you got turned off by this person was how they laid it on thick. You know, like I said, if you rejected them off the beginning, it was like, just no. I don't, kind of was like, you didn't like the way that they were pursuing you. It felt gross. Yeah. 8 of Cups here, reverse. This individual is looking for another shot, a second round with you. They don't want to give up. They don't want to give up into the scenario here, but they also know that you got some firm boundaries. And I also think that they're curious if you're in another connection, and that's why they're probably watching you like a hawk here, Taurus. How this person here re-enters the Chariot. Well, at a surprise, okay? I don't feel like it's necessarily happening in June. I think it's going to be one of those surprise visits to you, okay? Cancer energy could be dealing with a Cancer, but I do feel like this is out of the blue, where this person kind of slides into your DMs or tries to open up a conversation here with you, but it's kind of catching you off guard. The development of this, you're going to be kind of pissed off by this. No, I don't want that. I'm not going to entertain that. I feel like Taurus is like, no, thanks. You know, you may be a little bit rude about this. You know, I said no once. Why would I say it again? Some of you are going to just be silent about it. Ooh, this came flying off. Like, attack me. Potential direction here. See, you're looking for a solid commitment. And this person has too much energy. Like the belief systems of the two of you are so different. And some of the reason that you turn this off is because this person's still married. And you're like, no, we're not entertaining this. You're already in a connection. You know, so there's just this energy of wanting a rebound or a reconnection. And if this is new, it's an individual here who knows you, but you've rejected them before. And so, you know, they're hoping for an up level, but there's no up level here that I see for you. You know, when you start knowing your worth, you will pull in some of this energy. Advice for you. Oh man, the strength and courage that you need for this. It's not saying that you're just resilience. I think that it's just brutal. I mean, I'm going to go back to this card. It says here, you are attracting the right person at the right time into your life. You are. But the thing is you got individuals here who are not meant for you, who feel the sense of you attracting somebody new. And that's why they're coming out of the freaking wormholes. Yeah, because you are going towards an actual strong, committed relationship. All right. Is it happening this month? No. But you're energetically being more open to it. So the other energy is realizing that. So they're going to try to come back around here again for you. All right. That's what I got here for you, Taurus. If this resonated, go ahead and hit like, comment below. We're going to get on to the bonus train. We got one more reading here. One more for the evening. Let's get to the unlock bonus. Happy to be here. Listening while you're working. The best way to listen. Some people listen while driving or doing stuff. I get it. Because these are long lives too. So it gives you something to listen to. And it's a good crowd here too. I don't know.
Papa's still here. He may have gone for a little bit because I think it's just you as the moderator tonight, Deb. And you're cool with being help with the dice, correct? Yes, you and Bot. Nightbot can't do the dice though. He's not that smart yet. Maybe down the road he will be. All right, guys, I want to give a special shout out not only to my moderator here, Debbie, but I have my other moderators on earlier, Papa too. A couple of the other ones are sleeping. That's cool. They need some rest here. Not everybody can be here all the time. But I do want to thank our sponsors for this evening. We have NAFA. Debbie gave a couple of donations as well, and NAFA again, and then Elizabeth. We do appreciate you guys. You unlocked this not just for yourself, but for others. And may it be blessed and paid forward for you moving forward, because that's how the universe works. Also want to remind you guys that my schedule has changed. So make sure that you guys don't show up on Friday because it will be Thursday. I'm coming back on Thursday for All Signs Love, Current Feelings. So if you have a specific person that you're dealing with, then we can look at that energy here for you. So that's something you want to consider. You can check out that on Thursday night. And then my Sunday lives are now pushed back onto Saturday mornings. That's right. I'll be up early in morning, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Time for what's coming up ahead. Those are general readings. These are all scheduled out, guys. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you set your notifications and look at the upcoming schedule. I always schedule a week in advance. I'm just one of those individuals. All right. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Let's roll. Let's roll. Well, let me get the banner off here. It still says bonus. We're here. It's the last one. All right, Spirit. What signs we got here that need this reading for this evening for my singles? We have Scorpio. We have Taurus. Who else do we have here, Spirit? We have Libra. Who else? Virgo. 2 more times. We have Scorpio again. And Gemini. So those are the signs for this evening. If you have any of those placements, this reading may be for you, but if you feel guided to just listen, then trust your intuition first. Signs are just signs and energy. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see. Thank you, Debbie. So for those of you who are still watching on Twitch too, because I haven't forgotten about you, I see you, you're still on. Those are the signs here as well. Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, and Gemini energy for my all sign singles. Who is coming their way for June when it comes to love? Abundance. Open your heart to receive the abundant love the universe has to offer. Well, you have to be open to this. 888. Some of you are financially banging it right now. Or if you haven't been feeling financially stable, now remember, money is a relationship. It sure is. So if you have a poor relationship with money and a poor relationship with, well, people, then that goes hand in hand together. Where are your limited beliefs set at? Are you open? Are you open to the universe bringing into an individual? Let's see who's coming your way. Let me know. Are you open? Say, yes, I'm open. Wow, we got the Hangman again. So this is an individual here who is not fully out of they're not fully out in, so they're in cocoon mode. So this is a person here who's in stasis mode. They are having a lot of internal changes in their life, getting a whole different perception in love. You know, this is a person here who's taking a break from love, really understanding who they want in a partner, but who are they in a relationship as well. Interesting. They're willing to wait for the right person. They are. They're willing to wait for the right person. Their role in your life. Knight of Swords. Interesting enough. With the Knight of Swords, this is an individual who is there in your life to address the throat chakra, which is voice, communicate. Now, the Knight of Swords can be a very abrasive, blunt. And so this is an individual here who is activating your throat chakra, where, well, you can have to be very assertive. You have to be very vulnerable. You have to sometimes be blunt, but most of all, you got to be truthful. But there could also be some friction in communication when it comes to this person. What makes this connection so significant? Oh, the two of you actually balance each other out very nicely with Aquarius energy, because it also comes out with forgiveness, acceptance. Yes, sometimes we say harsh things. Sometimes we can be vocal about it, but as long as we're honest and we're authentic, we can get through anything. And so I feel this is a relationship that is based on forgiveness, evolution, and also having faith. All right. So very open to receive. This also reminds me a lot of Temperance energy, even though it is the star card. It just reminds me of Temperance too. So it could be also dealing with a fire sign, Sagittarius. How does this person here currently perceive you? Collective. Two of Cups here reversed. Well, not open to seeing eye to eye with this individual. Now, some of you, it's because you know this person already, and there was already a deep connection here, a lot of love, sincerity, understanding, but something went sour. Others of you, this individual perceives you as having a very sour relationship in the past that makes you a little standoffish. What they feel beneath the surface here with my collective, the Seven of Cups here reverse, is absolute clarity. You know, of all the pickings that they've been through, you are their person. So I feel underneath the surface that this individual had to go through a couple of bad relationships to realize, well, this connection is in no comparison. Like, they're the best. All right. Now, some of you, if this is someone that you were in a relationship with, it took them a while to figure this out. They had to go through all of those cups like Goldilocks to go, oh, I get it now. Others of you, it's just a person here who, you know, sometimes you got to go through the duds. And this is what I always say too with dating, you know, you're only getting closer. Each one that doesn't work out, thank them. Thank them. I know that sounds weird, but thank them, because they're getting out of the way, because that's another cup that's knocked off so that you can get close to the Ace of Cups. So it's just drawing you closer and closer to that individual. So this is, if it's a new person, this is an individual who's gone through the cups and the duds to get to this point here with you. And it's like, it's a no-brainer to them. What they believe you bring into their life. Look at this, a Chariot. Movement, desire, and action. This is all of a sudden a person who's like, get me up, go, go, go. Okay. And it's not to chase, it's to evolve. It's to take charge. Like, let's see where this is going. You know, where are we going to next? This is a person here who's going to be by your side, not behind you, not in front of you, by your side. They say, let's do this together. Okay. Travel could be involved. Some of you like to go on vacation, you know, like, of course, going on vacations, but I feel like going outside of your comfort zone, like will keep the love going. This is an individual here who would be your do and die ride kind of individual. It's nice. We always go a little bit longer on the collective. So let's see what else is going on here before we get into, go deeper on that Two of Cups. 10 of Swords. Has to do with your past hurts and rejection. You know, you had to face some really harsh truths from other individuals. And some of you, this is a past individual here who directly hurt you face to face, rejected you. And so that hurt. And so this individual perceives you as very hurt by them. But others of you, if this is new love, there's a person here who perceives you as very hurt and guarded because somebody really like directly betrayed you. Yeah. The devil underneath here is the desire and lustful energy, Capricorn, mine, possessiveness. You know, underneath the surface here, if this is a person from the past, they're obsessed with you and not in the most healthy dynamic, but it's almost like I had the cup and I screwed it up. So now how do I get it back? But others of you, if this is an individual here who has that lusty energy, it's almost like they have to hold themselves back because they're afraid they are going to scare you off. So beneath the surface here, they have a lot of sexual tension and desire here for you, but they're holding back in a very respectful way. Clarify that one here. 4 of Cups here, reverse. This is a person here who does not want to miss an opportunity. They don't want to fantasize here about what love could be. They want to take the accountability of what it actually is. And look at this, 4. 4 is very significant. So this person here took a pause for some of you 4 months, 4 years. Definitely not 4 weeks or 4 days. It's something longer. But, you know, this has really left a person here contemplating what they truly desire in a relationship. And the opportunity here is when I'm with the right person, I'll be willing to get up. I'll be willing to put the work in. I'll be willing to evolve. I'll be willing to see how things go. And so this is a person here who does not want to miss an opportunity in a really big way. How is this person here entering or re-entering for some of you? 8 of Pentacles. They're entering in a way that you would least expect it because your nose is going to be to the grind. It's when actually you are feeling the most abundant. Your money's going to be well. Your health is going to be well. Like I feel there's just something about your independence and where your focus is, because this is going to start looking really, really good in your life. So that's when this person here re-enters, not to take it, but to help plenish it to more, to add to it. How this connection here begins to develop. I told you, independence. There's something here that is aligning within you, collective. There's that person. There they are. They're watching you from a distance, or the way that they perceive you is you're very independent. You don't necessarily need somebody, but if you want somebody and to be with them, then you choose to be in that. And that's how this individual is doing too. They're going through a massive realignment too. So it's almost like 2 9 of Pentacles meet each other, which is really, really beautiful. All right. This person has done a lot of self-awareness work themselves. Potential direction here of this. Oh my gosh. Did I not tell you we had Temperance here in the beginning of this reading? And there it is. This is the kind of love here that is worth the wait. This is the kind of love that is worth the wait. Not necessarily waiting on an individual, but pouring so much into yourself and knowing that the connection that is meant to pour next to you will. They will. Final message here for my collective. Final message here for you. Advice for you. Remember, no reversals. Stop taking in the baggage that you have to do everything on your own. If you want to be open, you have to be open to receive. That means in help. That means in assistance, and that means in boundaries of knowing when you've had enough. And some of you, it's like, I need a mentor. I need some accountability here. Yes, I do need help. I don't have to carry this on my own. You know, it's to look at relationships entirely different rather than carrying baggage. Because look at this, the Hierophant. Have you learned your lesson? Are you ready for a true commitment that does put the work in just as much as you do? Because that's what this is. Is this all going to develop here in this month? No. No. The whole point of it is to be open to it, is to believe, is to have faith, work on yourself, love yourself, watch how things grow, and believe that it's possible. All right, guys, that's what I have for the readings tonight. I hope you enjoyed these. Thank you so much again for being here. If you're looking for more messages, you can always go and jump over to Harmonia Friends Community simply by going to my website. And there's an endless vault of not just readings, but an interactive vault for you to test your intuition, learn from there. So many channel messages. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm also a teacher. All right, you guys take care, and I'll be back here on Thursday. Good evening.